Say for instance, Drake. You can go on the internet right now and say AI, artificial intelligence, Drake music.
With my ex, like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, the fever and left, she know what she need.
You know that. What song did I sing? I seen online. Somebody was messing. People love messing with Drake.
The GOAT.
I think it was that my pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
Bobby really tried to cap like he didn't know what Pound Town was. But it's okay.
Glad y'all back. We back. All right. It's going to be a semi-serious pod. Eventually, it's going to get to the jokes. But before we get to that, let's do some housekeeping.
What the hell this nigga talking about?
We need everybody who comes here to like, comment, subscribe. Support is free. Even the hate is free. Hell, you can press the dislike button, and I'm good with that.
You can talk all the shit you want about my outfit. I don't care. I'm gonna make it worse next time.
You don't have no
Please
shame.
Get in the comments.
Interaction.
Let's talk about this stuff, man. And that also gives us, a little bit of direction of what people want to talk about. If we're not talking about what y'all want to talk about, I get it. Get in the comments. Tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll jump on it with you.
So what we're going to talk about today is artificial intelligence, specifically Chat GPT, and how this could affect the job market. All right.
It's crazy though, bro.
For those of you who haven't experienced or used Chat GPT yet, it's a language-based AI. It's an artificial intelligence. It is a computer that thinks or is learning to think.
Supercomputer.
A supercomputer. Like,
Think like Eagle Eye. Y'all seen that movie with Shia LaBeouf?
Absolutely.
They created that computer. They thought it was dumb. Talked about it, learning, and over the course of a few months, that shit was smarter than everybody.
Ultron.
That's what Chat GPT is doing. So you can go into it. You can ask it literally anything. You can do papers on it. I think some universities are actually banning it because students are literally getting papers, like legitimate papers, not plagiarized information from this supercomputer that's thinking like a human. My boy said he do stuff on it, all type of stuff on it.
Yeah, I definitely do work reports using ChatGPT. Like they say, hey man, we need this report, or like if I'm like introducing some type of communication, I'm creative, but I don't want to be creative all the time. And being creative takes time. So like if I want to write this whole 2-page paper that's communicating all statistics every single week, like that paper might take me 3 hours. With ChatGPT, it takes 30 minutes. And literally the 30 minutes is just on my end. Because like after I hit enter, I got that report in like a minute.
So what does that mean? Well, that's where we want to go today. Of course, we're not the only ones using ChatGPT and AI in general. And this ain't 2000. AI don't stand for Allen Iverson no more.
That used to be the only AI we recognize. It's a game.
Are we talking about practice?
We talking about AI.
That was AI.
Artificial intelligence now though.
Now, this AI doing a lot more than a crossover. This AI taking jobs. This AI is...
It ain't taking ankles, it's taking jobs.
It ain't taking ankles. I want ankles, jobs.
How many people lost jobs due to AI, yo? You got some stats?
I read an article, matter of fact, CBS News reported that just in the month of May, artificial intelligence contributed nearly 4,000 job losses, which is crazy.
And that means like individual fields?
Just all of, yeah.
Like jobs.
Just jobs. Artificial intelligence. Now, in reference to Chat GPT, I'm seeing articles that jobs are laying off. Let's see. This one's speaking on. No, I don't want to pay for this. Well, anyway, they want me to pay for this.
You want to subscribe to the Washington Post?
No, they can keep that. I have AI take their job. Quit playing with me. But
That's a fact.
even their people are losing jobs, and just people in general. Cause why? Why would you? Chat GPT and AI don't need to go to the bathroom.
No vacation time, no days off.
They not having kids. They don't need paternity leave.
No bereavement time.
They don't even got to clock out.
No, man, work around the clock.
It's cheaper. It's better. But in your opinion, bro, who is most at risk to AI and job loss?
Who is most at risk?
Job field. What job field is most at risk?
I think journalism, news, writing. Like right now, I don't know if y'all are keeping up with it, but Hollywood is, all the writers are on strike right now. Because basically, why would I pay somebody to write stories when I can say, hey, emulate his writing style and write a movie?
Which that's one thing Chat GPT can do. Like if you start using names and telling it to use styles, it literally will adapt. That's the crazy thing about a supercomputer. Like it learns. So everything that he's put into it, I can almost get it to do the exact same thing because he did it. Anything he typed into it, it learned, and it will never have to learn it again.
No.
It's crazy.
So if you put in insert Jordan Peele's script from 3 of his movies and say, okay, write a Jordan Peele type movie, you'll have that movie in a few minutes. And then you can just say, the part where you wrote this, change it to this. So then you can modify it. But then within a couple of days, you got a movie that took 6 months to write.
For him to write.
That's Jordan Peele. That's a stud movie writer. So what does that do to the industry? That takes away jobs. That minimizes your value. If we can automate your job, we don't need you anymore. When drones start delivering Amazon packages, we don't need drivers anymore. It's over. It's a dub.
That's going to be sick, by the way. I ain't going to lie. That's one thing.
But behind closed doors, Amazon had been working on an ambitious plan to realize almost instant delivery. The goal? Just 30 minutes, from the click of the Order Now button to the tangible products in our hands. Every delivery company can agree that the final mile or so of a product's journey is the most expensive. As it leaves a shipping container and steps away from the lorry's vessel, it enters the smallest vehicle yet, vans and sometimes cars. Rather than carrying millions of products, a driver can now only carry a few dozen. Employing thousands of drivers comes at incredible cost to shipping companies. Amazon has been toying with the idea of cutting out these final employees with autonomous machines such as the 6-wheeled Scout robot. Its latest venture, however, has taken to the air. Testing has been taking place for Amazon's fleet of drones since 2013. But it wasn't until 2020 that the company received approval from the Federal Aviation Administration to operate a fleet of delivery drones. The online shopping giant joined the list of companies experimenting with the idea, including Wing Aviation, owned by Google's parent company Alphabet, and UPS Flight Forward. The concept is simple, but how exactly does it work? When an order is received at a local fulfillment center, it makes its way through the usual packaging process before finding itself in a special box designed to be carried by one of the company's drones. After being picked up by one of these, the drone is carried to an outdoors takeoff spot on a mini rail network. It's not until it's outdoors that the fully electric motors spin into action, ready for takeoff. Ascending vertically, the drone will reach an altitude of less than 400 feet before beginning its journey to the customer's house. Just like a self-driving car, the drone houses a number of special sensors to help it understand its surroundings, including GPS, visual, thermal, and sonar detectors. This allows it to paint 3D pictures of the world around it, including obstacles on the ground like people, telephone wires, and buildings, as well as airborne intrusions such as hot air balloons and other drones. This forms the basis of what Amazon calls sense and avoid technology. When the drone has arrived at the customer's house, it begins to scan for a safe landing spot. We're unsure how this process works, but from videos it could work as one of two ways. This could involve the drone assessing a predetermined landing area, either set up by the customer or a mapping system, or a special mat could be placed down by the customer, which provides the drone with a reference point. The tech on this mat could be as simple as a color-coded symbol for the drone to read, or it could involve a QR code which confirms the correct location. For a more private experience, the mat may even use a combination of
I
Bluetooth.
don't want nobody to lose their job.
I don't.
But if I can buy something on Amazon and in 30 minutes it'll be
It's on the way.
drawn down, that's fucking sick. That's fucking sick. That's fucking sick. Oh my god.
And we gonna do it.
We
They
gonna
gonna
do
say, they gonna say, hey man, it's an extra $5 a month for Prime, but that's same day delivery, and it's gonna get even more specific. 3-hour delivery, 6-hour delivery, and we're gonna pay for it. And by us paying for it and acknowledging that we won't need it, it creates a market.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we're gonna get rid of all Amazon drivers in a snap.
Talk that talk, George.
Yeah. So that I mean, and we live in a capitalistic society, so we don't judge anybody who do anything for money.
No. Everybody is trying to keep up with the Joneses, though we act like we ain't. So it's like the one time you see your neighbor do this,
Oh man.
you gonna want to do it. Like, did you just hear that drone come out the sky and drop their package on the door?
Yeah. How you do that? Yeah.
Let me get that.
I use an Amazon. It's gonna be an Amazon drone too. It's gonna have a logo on the side, so you gonna know. Probably have a little flag.
So in your opinion, you feel like almost every job is at risk, though?
I feel like if you work with your hands, you're probably the safest. I think intellectual and information-based jobs are at risk more so right now than the hospitality industry, construction, anything where you have to work with your hands, because we haven't figured that out yet. But we even got to the point now where they can duplicate music. So like if you're a musical artist, say for instance Drake, you can go on the internet right now and say AI, artificial intelligence, Drake music.
Mail with my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, the fever and left, she know what she need, or she blessed, giving me my best, yeah, I got my heart, I'ma stay with a knife.
Hey, speaking of that, what song did I seen online? Somebody was messing. People love messing with Drake.
The goat.
I think it was that my pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
Bobby really tried to cap like he didn't know what Pound Town was. But it's okay.
Brown song.
Pound Town.
They had Drake sing it. Oh my god, and it sounded just like Drake. You couldn't tell me that wasn't Drake.
I'm out of town, dealing with my round. My coochie pink, my booty all brown. When a nigga come looking for the hoes, quit playing nigga, come suck on they stove. Pound town, just left Pound town. Let my nigga, he just suck a bitch down.
But I know it wasn't Drake. Well, I hope I know it wasn't Drake.
They can predict your musical cadence. There's no real value for you except for performing. But like, if they can take that and create an artist, a digital artist, and make digital slaps, it devalues the musician. Especially somebody that, like, let's say you play piano and you come up with some banging tunes, and then they just steal your style. It's over with. Or a musical producer.
I wonder at some point, are we gonna get to that point where we are literally just listening to AI and robots? Like there, as you said, there are no. I feel like it's far fetched as hell.
All right.
Because likeness is still a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
It's still, likeness is such a thing. Like I don't care how sophisticated our artificial intelligence get, it's not going to create a little Uzi Vert. It can recreate them, but it's not going to create one. That dude is just weird and different. So it's
what if it observes 10 million people and now it can create something so unique that it emulates its own DNA? So that's what I'm saying. So like, if it says, okay, if I create this, that's an exact replica of Bobby. That's not unique because Bobby is Bobby. If I create Key, then Key is Key. But if I take Bobby's risk taking and Key's this and mix it together with 100,000 other people's individual unique traits, and you mix it in a pot, now you get something different.
Now we're watching a lot of movies that we done seen. You know, the one we spoke on with Shia LaBeouf and Our Robot and Megan. Now we're getting a lot into that.
But art emulates reality. If you would have told your parents that Chat GPT was going to be a thing and you explained exactly what it was, they would have laughed at you and said you watch too much TV. If you would have told somebody in 1950 about how we shop online and Amazon and the internet and the accessibility and social media, they would have said you crazy. They would have said, what are you talking about?
There's some truth there.
Like, the advancement isn't linear. It's like compounded.
There's a lot of truth there.
So when we look at movies like The Matrix, that's literally what we're talking about. If you add The Matrix with the metaverse, so AI, metaverse, now you're talking about literally The Matrix. Because that was funny, right? When we saw The Matrix, we were like, oh, he unplugged from The Matrix. Now he can see the real world. But now, in a few years, you're going to see somebody with some Apple shades on, laid on a couch, living in a digital world.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait for them glasses that I can like text with. And
that's coming.
I'm telling you, I can't wait. I done had these mugs a long time, but I'm waiting on them to do something else other than letting me see. I'm telling you, that shit gonna be cool. I still don't think AI will be able to replace all jobs. I just don't. My industry, trucking, can AI help me? Sure. But it's so many things that I have to do for that truck that AI just won't like be able to do. It's just
like what?
For example, something breaks down on the back side of the truck. The AI might be able to tell me it's broken, but the AI ain't gonna be able to drive itself, get itself repaired. AI ain't gonna be able to put its own gas handle in. Well, let's say it's electric. Put its own electric thing in. I'm gonna still have to be there now. I feel like somebody gonna be like, well, you can take a pay cut. 80,000, yeah, we making it easier. That sounds a lot more like 60,000 now. In which, now that's another issue that we can talk about in this video, or we can say that for another video. But that's also gonna be a thing as well. It might not eliminate jobs, but a lot of jobs gonna have to get ready for a pay cut because your value is not depreciated.
Agreed.
Also, did you see that video of the robot working and getting tired?
Yeah, work hard. Yeah, work super hard. Right after this, I'm cashing out on that 401k.
Oh, yeah, I did see that, man.
Yeah.
He was like loading packages onto a conveyor belt and he like died.
We gonna work that robot so much. We think it ain't gonna get tired, boy.
No, that's just like anything else. It's
Yeah.
the beginning stages. It ain't gonna be as good. The first Nintendo is shamed by today's gaming systems.
It's shame, but even that PS5 got hella glitches, boy.
Yeah, but like, imagine if you took the PS5 and you just went back to 1995 and you just dropped that shit off. Like, you would have ran the world.
Man, that's like dropping LeBron in 1955.
Goddamn LeBron fan. We talking about AI, computerized systems, and video game.
I mean, AI also is gonna correlate into the sports world. If we being honest, AI.
No. Don't you fucking moonwalk out of that.
Everybody is gonna get touched.
How did LeBron get here?
I was just saying, everything that we drop from today back then is gonna be in that. That's including us. You drop me back there in 1955, they gonna think I'm a witch or sorcerer. What the hell this nigga talking about? What the hell this nigga talking about? Sorcerer. I'm telling you, that's what would happen. So, I'm just saying it goes without saying. Is all I'm saying. That's all. But I think AI gonna touch every industry, including sports, and it has touched every industry so far. So I
Agreed.
just want people to start getting ready, because this is the beginning of something crazy.
Figure out how AI can enhance what you do. That's the key. Figure out how it can enhance what you do or how you can use it to help another industry. And then you'll be fine.